Hard to believe that after near 60-degree temperatures and spring-like conditions across the Bluegrass, we're going to be dealing with snow for Friday. Welcome to the Bluegrass Weather Report for January 20th, 2023. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Glad to be with you. And yeah, friends, winter is coming. It has not yet said its piece for Kentucky, and we got a lot of wintry weather heading our way over the next week or so. So let's get right to it. Right now, current radar picture showing a cold front crossing the state. That's what brought us just the incredibly gusty winds today. Temperatures topped out near 60 degrees today. You can see there's rain showers back up near the Ohio River as we record this at 11 o'clock on Thursday evening. By the time you watch this Friday morning, we're not going to be dealing with rain. We may be dealing with something else. That's because there is some much colder air moving into our area right now. We're going to go ahead and put the HRRR forecast model into action right now with temperatures. Right now, as we're recording this, we're right about 40 degrees across most of the Commonwealth. Now, as we go into the overnight and that cold front pushes east, that colder air is going to continue to dive down to the south and the east, and by the time we wake up in the morning, most of the state is going to be in the mid to low 30s. You can see that colder air pushing off to the south and the east. That will lead to the potential of snow. Yes, snow. Let's put the HRRR forecast model into motion here. Starting off rain tonight, and then watch. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Scattered snow showers across most of the state. Best chances, central and southeastern Kentucky. Will everyone see snow? No. Will the snow stick? Probably not in most spots. But a few spots may get a few bands developing that will be heavy enough to put down a quick coating. Not enough to really ride home about, and then as we go into Saturday morning, we may see a lingering flake or two before things dry out by around lunchtime on Saturday. And most of Saturday is just looking dry and flat cold, but we have got a very, very active weather pattern loaded up. Let's go to a different source now. We're going to switch it to the European forecast model and just take a deep dive at the next week's worth of weather here in the Commonwealth because it is looking very, very busy. So let's start you out tonight. The rain moves in, changes to a little bit of snow, and the European model is not showing much snow at all. HRRR, a little bit better for this setup. The European model is more for kind of big picture forecasting. It can sometimes miss those little small details. But hey, different tools for different things, right? Friday evening, few snowflakes possibly stick around into Saturday morning. We're dry most of Saturday, high pressure back in control, and then watch what happens Sunday. Down to the south and the west, an area of low pressure starts to develop, and the track and the intensity of this low means everything. Right now you see it's centering that low down right along the panhandle of Florida. If that low is a little bit stronger, that would be prime real estate for us to get snow here, especially in eastern Kentucky. But because that low is not strong and it's not going to put a lot of cold air down, it's looking like a wintry mix. I think we may see snow in northern Kentucky, kind of a mix in central Kentucky Sunday into Monday, and for southern Kentucky, mainly rain. I don't think we're going to see a lot of snow, at least from this first system, or first bigger system next week in southern Kentucky. Mountains of Appalachia, maybe quite a bit. Little wraparound snow Monday evening for everyone. Not enough to ride home about. Probably not enough to call off school, except maybe northern Kentucky, one or two counties near the Ohio River may get an inch or two. We'll see. Then, as we go into Tuesday, high pressure builds back in, and then an even bigger storm system. Now, the European model is bringing this one a little farther west than I think it may actually end up happening. The European model's got a little bit of a bias this far out, having storms too far west. This thing trends east over the next day or two. We could be in the sweet spot for something pretty special if you're a snow fan. Now, right now, that's not what the model is showing. It looks like another wintry mix setup, but it's something we're going to keep a close eye on. We will take a quick look at the GFS model, the 18Z run, to see what it is showing And you will see from it with that second system. First system, it is showing even weaker than the European model. And then as we go into the second system, it's also taking that kind of westward track. But we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. If it goes to the west and goes on the west side of the Appalachians, we're looking rain to snow and not much snow. If we can get that to go east of the Appalachians, that could set us into the sweet spot. But the bigger story is going to be that's going to allow some really cold air to start digging into the eastern half of the U.S., and that may set the stage for a couple of clippers as we go into next weekend, and then the week after that. That may give us a little bit of a chance of snow. Now, European forecast model, snow between now and Saturday showing next to nothing. By Monday evening, maybe a little bit in northern Kentucky. I think the best chance of us seeing a snow statewide is going to be with that system for the middle of next week. And that's because that cold air is finally taking back a hold of our weather, at least for a little bit next week. See those darker blues showing up? That means colder than average temperatures heading our way for the first time in several weeks. But it doesn't last long. You see, we get into early February, and that warmer air starts to try to build back in to the southeast United States. So if we're going to have a chance for snow, it's pretty much going to have to be over the next week or two. After that, it looks like we're going to see at least another warm up. We're in a very interesting pattern right now where we're seeing it's almost like a tale of 2 months. Half the month being warm and very kind of wet, and then the second half of the month being very cold. We've been in a pattern like that almost now since September. Very unusual to see that consistent now for going on 5 into soon to be 6 months. We need the cold for the snow, and right now we haven't been seeing it, but at least for the next week and a half, things are looking much colder than they have been. So, if you're a fan of the snow, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to track those chances. If you're a fan of the warmer weather, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I don't think this cold pattern is going to set in for too long, and we could definitely appreciate any of the support we can get here on the channel. Okay, that's going to do it for me today. I will be on WKYT in Lexington, channel 27 on satellite, and you can watch me 6 to 8 on Saturday, 7 to 9 on Sunday. I hope you tune in and join us. And then I will have another video update here on the YouTube channel coming up on Sunday evening. So until next time, take care, stay weather aware.